Today we're going to make some mountain colorful glow earrings that really glow in the dark on Sophia the Hobbit Crafter. Alright, we're going to start with some wooden bezels that I made fresh from my laser machine. We're going to need some jewelry tools, some hardware, some resin tape, some cups, some glow powder, mica powder that I think I got from the internet, probably Amazon or Temu, and they come in these little bags. And then some UV resin with some kind of glittery flakes. All right, whenever you burn wood, obviously there's going to be some burn marks. So what I like to do is use 220 grit sandpaper and just kind of sand off the burn marks. It really doesn't take very much, just a couple swishes and then it's done. Then I'm going to take some resin tape that's heat resistant and I'm going to put my bezels face up onto the tape. And I'm going to arrange it so that each one's a pair. This way I can kind of match them up appropriately. Make sure they're pushed down really well. Then I'm going to take my glow-in-the-dark mica powder and add it to my silicone cups. I'm not exactly sure how much to use, but I realized I needed a bigger spoon, so I upgraded the size. I really wanted these to have a good glow in the dark, so I did use a lot. I was inspired by, of course, the Aurora Borealis, but I haven't quite mastered that skill yet, so this is me kind of trying some stuff. I knew it wasn't going to look like the Aurora, but I wanted to get kind of a slight rainbow, slight Aurora feel of mountains. Next, I'm going to mix the mica powder into the resin so I can just kind of drop it into the earrings. I'm going to add some heat to the resin. This helps the bubbles kind of escape, especially after all that stirring. You probably heard a scream in the background. I am at a jump park and I'm trying to hide in the back and record this video. Okay, next I'm going to add some clear resin onto the mountains, and I kind of want this to still be see-through, so my idea is to kind of just give a light color in the mountains and then the rest be clear. Next I'm going to kind of move the resin around to make some room for the color. See if I can get rid of as many bubbles as I can with the heat gun. The bad thing about wood is there sure are a lot of bubbles. If you're not using glitter or a lot of mica powder, you're going to notice some bubbles, but I'm actually okay with a little bit. I think it makes it look real. All right, I decided I wanted kind of the smaller mountain to have the pink, so you'll see I go on the smaller mountain, and then I wanted the green to be opposite, and I wanted the blue to be in the middle. So I just kind of drip the glow-in-the-dark mica powder into the earrings, and yeah, you'll see how it looks. It looks pretty cool. And then last I add the blue right in the middle. All right, at this point I was like, okay, I don't want it to be kind of straight up and down. I do want a bit of a swirl mixed in, and I definitely wanted some glitter in the sky. So you'll see that I add some of the flakes really quickly to the tops because I'm like, I don't want them to look the same. I want the top to be different. And I'm really obsessed with these, I don't know, they're kind of like snowflakes. I got them from a slime kit, and yeah, I mix resin and then I kind of throw them on the top of the mountains. I actually love the effect that these give because it kind of gave more of an Aurora feel. I think I'm starting to get closer to my idea of what I wanted with the flakes and the beautiful colors. But I was really excited to see something glow in the dark. This is kind of my first time, actually I think it is my first time working with glow in the dark mica powder. And here we go, peeling it off. Now I did notice there's a lot of bubbles on the other side. Now luckily these are bubbles that I can fill because I guess they came from the tape. I'm not sure, I don't really get these very often, so I thought it was a little unusual. Only like 2 or 3 had some big ones. It could also be that when I turn my UV light on, the resin's really hot. I think that may actually increase bubbles. So I probably should have let it cool down before turning it on. Okay, now we're ready to add some resin to the backs. So as you can see, I am putting resin on the back, and then I'm gonna spread it around with my silicone tool so that it evenly coats the back of the earring. This is kind of one of my favorite parts. The hard part is to make sure you don't get any resin into the tiny little hole. And so here I'm examining it. I like the shine. Now I'm gonna do the other side really quick. And it's the same process as the front. And just like that, I turn my light on and it's done. And this is our final product. Well, next we need to add the hardware. Of course, the first thing I notice are imperfections, but I like these and I think they look really cool. They came out way better than I thought they would. So I'm doing what most artists do. I'm picking my favorites out. And then I kind of arrange the hardware. I use a medium jump ring and then a small one to connect the hoop to the earring itself. This part always takes a long time, but I really don't mind it. I find it kind of calming. A year ago, I don't think I really knew how to use earring tools and stuff, so I feel like I've come a long way. And my earrings are pretty sturdy. I put them through a lot, and I haven't really had many break. Ooh, this looks so cool. I love it. Very lightweight. And there's something about having clear and mountains and sparkles. I don't know. I'm excited. I love how the top coat of the resin kind of just bows it out and makes it very shiny. I think that's really cool. And I'm actually really digging how the wood kind of outlined the mountains a little better than I thought they would. I haven't seen these with clear resin yet, so I'm really loving it. Okay, now it's time to add the earrings to cards and get our final look. And it's beautiful. I love how the white kind of makes the colors pop. This is gorgeous. I love how it turned out. It really makes me want to go to Washington. I love Washington State because of all the mountains. We camped at Mount Rainier last summer and had a blast. So I love mountains. They're very inspiring as far as like the calm and the art feeling. I love it. I'm really excited to see how these look in the dark. So here I go. I'm like, which one's my favorite? Oh, these two are my favorite, definitely. Probably because they're the least bubbly ones. And that's it. This is what they look like in the dark. Glowing, very bright. We use a lot of mica powder, so they did amazing. And that's it. Thank you for watching. We gotta score it. Let's see. Are his footsies tucked in? Yeah? Have we see any tail?
No.
Oh, it's tucked in there nicely. That's probably the best loaf he's ever done.
See any legs?
Do you see any? I don't really see any feet.
No.
That's a good loaf, my beautiful kitty.
You can kind of see it right here.